morning, gang. It's Saturday, the 14th of December 2000. Oh dear, what was that? Where did that come from? Oh, I know where that's come from. Yes, good morning, gang. It's Saturday, the 14th of December 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from our Plus Television Centre studios here in Royal Berkshire. Amateur this morning, gang. Met 2 mistakes already. I've only just opened the door, but Mick Davenport doesn't seem to be worried about the mistakes because he's already sent a £4.99 super chat. Davenport doesn't... Oh, 3 mistakes. Hang on. You know why that is? It's going from one studio to the next. Here we go. Thank you very much, Mick Davenport, for $4.99. And I know that $4.99 is an awful lot of money for you, so thank you very much for that, Mick. That's much appreciated. Is it actually, well, you can have 2 pens for that. Do you want 2 pens or a badge? What would you like, darling? Two super chat pens or a badge? These are the super chat pens, which actually have I haven't got many left. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I've only got 9 of these left. Gosh, we sent another one out to Amelia yesterday, which went out quite late actually. What happened? I think no, it wasn't a super chat pen. That was a bingo pen. She won the bingo on Sunday, and Amelia has won before. And assumed, and I do keep saying this, you know, I don't hold on to your addresses, okay? Once you've won something, once I've sent it out, I delete the email. I'm not allowed to hold on to people's addresses. I can, but I think you get into all sorts of data protection. It's just not worth the aggro, to be honest. Besides, you might only win one. There are a lot of people on here who never won a thing, actually. Honestly, there's people on here who've won several times, and other people who have never won. You know, it's just how it is. But yes, I've only got 9 of these left. I've just realised this. So what pen would you like? Or well, you can have 2 pens for a £5, Mick, if you want. Or you can have a pen and a badge. Where's the badge? Oh, here's the badge. You can have a pen and a badge, or you can have 2 pens. What would you like? I got green. Yeah, easier to show you, isn't it? There we are. There's the colours. Blue, purple, grey, orange, pink, green, and dark blue. What would you like, darling? Okay, you know what to do. If you want anything, email me your full postal address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Anyway, so Amelia, she won the bingo, but didn't send an email. And you must understand that there's a lot of emails coming in and to do with. If you don't email, that's it. It's gone from my mind. And then 2 days later, where's my pen? Did you send the address? No, you've already got it. No, I haven't. It's gone. Dude, I don't think people hear everything, dear. They listen to little bits that they want. Please pay full attention to the show. Mick Davenport pays full attention to the show, don't you, Mick? Thank you very much. So there we are. And thank you very much for that. That's thrown me, that is, to get $4.99 so early into the show. So the super chat pens are there. Nice to see Michael last night. Michael popped in for his calendar. So we got some of these calendars. $9.99 super chat, one of these. That's pounds, $12.99, roundabout, something like that. Okay. All dollars we're doing quite well against the dollar and the euro now, aren't we? Since the election. I think we're up to $1.35, which is getting back up to a decent figure. When I went to Vegas with my nephew, my younger nephew, November last year, we were like 120, 124. It was awful. Christ, we're only able to eat 1 meal a day. These are the calendars, okay? I'm on 2 of them. There's little me there. There's little me there. Marc Jones has just sent a £5 super chat. Thank you, Mark. What would you like, Mark? What would you like? 2 pens, a badge and a pen? What would you like? £5 gets you 2 items, dear. It's a bit like, you know, when you go into Morrison's for the English breakfast. Oh, it's £5 for 3 items, £7 for 5 items. What do you want, Mark? Put it in an email to me, okay? You saw the pens just come up there a moment ago. Thank you very much, Mark. That's very kind of you. Yeah, these are the calendars, okay? These are the calendars, and they're $9.99. I'm on 2 of the pages. You can see me up there. There's some pictures of me. That's Martin, my brother-in-law. He designed and made the calendars for us all. We got other people here. There's Mixed Motors and Roy the Boy, Bodget and Leggett. Who's that one? I'm not quite sure. I think that might be. I'm not sure who that is. And we've got there was Mixed Mowers. There's Mixed Mowers there. So we're all on there. And we got two 2 month seats. I can't show you what's in there until next year because that's unlucky. That's unlucky. I cannot show you what's in the calendar. It's our little secret, as a teacher once said to me. Thank you very much. Right, let's read some of your messages before we start our chat today. Loads and loads to tell you this morning. And I can only really be here till 10 past 11 at the absolute latest because I've got things to do today. An awful lot to do this morning. Good morning to... Where's our live chat there? Here we go. Scroll. What's going on with that chat? That's scrolling all over the place. Yes. Good morning. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, we can't see your messages on there, I'm afraid. It doesn't work. You've got to join us on YouTube. Also, if you're on Facebook Live, you're only with us for the first 10 minutes or so of the show, and then it'll disappear, okay? You need to join us on YouTube to get the full experience. YouTube.com/Chris Reardon UK is where you can find the whole of the show. You only get first 10 minutes on Facebook Live. Please join us on YouTube. Don't cost you anything. Very easy. Just type that link in there, okay? YouTube.com/Chris Reardon UK, and we'll see you over on there. There's a chat box and everything, and then we get all your messages, and you can join in with everyone else if you want to, or just sit there and watch. Up to you. Good morning to Maureen. Good morning, Maureen. Yes, I hope you like our Royal Berkshire backdrop here. Thank you, Maureen. Maureen bought us in a little birthday card, Christmas card last night. There we are. Just for you. I want it all just for you. And he said, just for you at Christmas time. Christmas is for wishing all the best to those who mean the most. It's Chris wishing you all the best for Christmas and the New Year. From Maureen. So thank you very much for that, Maureen. All right. We'll put that there. And one from another bloke who often comes to the karaoke, which some of you were watching last night. What a great night last night. Steve M. Bless his heart. Steve M sings there. He likes to do rock and roll songs and things like that. Thank you very much for that. Morning to Jason Hughes, Sean Pye, Fran Green, Jerry Millens. Morning, Jerry. You probably just heard me talking about Amelia. Her post will be going off this morning, okay? Jason, and that's one of the things I've got to do, go to the post office. Good morning to Heidi. Morning, Heidi. Just say hello to Jason. Yeah, Jason's there. Hello to Joanna. Tony King. Morning. Fran Green. Good morning to you. There's Amelia. Morning, Amelia. All right, darling. There is the delightful LaBelle. Her emerald-eyed Christmas candy of magic. That's what I am. Mr. Magic. Mr. Magic. I sparkle and it makes you magically happy. That's what we want. Happiness on this programme. Joey likes the Christmas segment, the Christmas opening there. Thank you. 2 pence for Mick. Mick, can you email me what you want? You know what to do, Mick. Email me what you want there, that address, and tell me what colours you want. Okay, Mick? No problem. And they will be off this morning, actually, because I've got to go to the post office. All right? Sean, you're quite right. 3 mistakes already. Unprofessional, dear. Unprofessional. Mick wants a weekend away in a caravan. I can recommend Haven Holidays. Not coming in my caravan, dear. What for £5? A weekend in a caravan? Are you having a laugh? Oh, actually, I've just got my electric bill. There we are. The Chapel Hill Caravan Park and Marina. Now, bear in mind, caravans are very cold, right? You can heat them up, and that works. Nice bit of heating. I've got two heat units, air conditioning come heat things. They're like they're basically like large fan heaters. They're a bit like large fan heaters, but they're air pump. That thing. That's the thing with the big fan outside, and like. Oh, here's one. There's a similar thing here. 1 minute. Have I got a... Can you see that? Yes, you can. All right. So that's the sort of thing I've got in my caravan. 2 of those, one in the bedroom and one in the living room. Thing is, once you turn them off, it gets cold very quickly. So I'm being a bit concerned about the electric bill, to be honest, because it has been very cold up there. And there's been days where they've been on like for 10, 12 hours. Okay? Literally on all the time. Well, I've had the bill and... pleasantly surprised, to be honest. This is the bill from 29th of July to 1st of December, £120. Well, I don't think we can grumble at that. And I'm being charged 588 units at 0.195. Is that I don't know what that is. Is that 19 and a half pence per unit, I would guess, is about that, I would imagine. So there we are, £120. What's that? Or August, September, October, November. Well, it's 4 months. I'm happy with that. 30 quid a week. I'm very happy with that. You know, so good news there. Good news all round there. Paul and Lou has never won anything. Keep trying, Paul and Lou. I know you will win. I say that. I don't know you'll win, but I hope you will win soon. I hope everyone wins something at some point, okay? Fran hasn't won either. Oh, Fran, darling. Keep trying, dear. You must keep trying. You see, if I was, and I would never do it, if I was to take out people's tickets that have won already, I couldn't live with myself, dear. Oh, it would be worse than telling people lies. I don't tell people lies. I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. You know, so that's why, and then when people's names, the same name comes out, I know it's annoying, but that's just how it is. A bit like bingo. You ever been to a bingo place, right? And some old bag, she wins the line, she wins the 2 lines, and then she wins the full house and the link game for £25,000, and you hate her. Do you feel good for that lady? No, you hate her. And I have a feeling that's what's happening to the people who regularly win on this programme. They are hated people. Morning to Michael Pullman. Hello. LaBelle never wins anything. You don't know that, LaBelle. You must keep trying. Don't give up. Don't give up. Right, this is where the people on Facebook Live are leaving us. Thank you, Facebook Live people. Don't forget, join us for the whole show here. youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Please join us there and you can continue watching the show and joining in with everyone else. All right? Good morning to you. Very professional how that happens, isn't it? It's a bit like when the BBC, you know, the breakfast time. Oh, and now here's your own local news, and they give a gap for all the other ones to go. Very professional. He says it's unprofessional, Jason Hughes. Rude. Rude. Are you one of the one that was protesting up at the Houses of Parliament last night? Did you see him up there? I don't think it made the news, actually. It was there's a few YouTube videos. All these people weren't happy with the results. You know, the great unwashed. There they were with their placards attacking the police. Ghastly people, dear. Awful people. For Christ's sake, just get on with it. You can have another go in 5 years. Dear me. Sean has never won anything on here, by the way. I received my 2 pens. You have won, haven't you, Sean? I'm sure you've won on here. Mick, can you do that by email? It'll get lost in the chat. You must email what you want, Mick. All right, my darling? There we are. Email me 2 pens, please, orange and green. Just say that. I will put the orange and green aside, actually, just in case anyone wants them, you see. That's it. Well, I'm down to... I'll have to get some more pens. I can't believe how popular these are. Gosh, Super Chat pens. Seriously, I've got like 2... I've got 6 left. I've only got blue, purple, white and pink left. They're the only ones I've got left. Mark, make sure you choose those. I don't know what you want, actually, so email me with what you want, Mark, and that'll be sorted for you, my darling, all right? Or if you don't want anything, that's fine as well. Sometimes people just send a little tip, and that's fine as well. Thank you. Amelia, I have responded to that already in the show, darling. Have you been paying full attention to the show? Please pay full attention. Thank you, Mick. Mick sent his email. Mandy, hello, Mandy. Boggett and Leggett is Leon from Ireland. Okay, I don't know that. I don't know that particular show. LaBelle, the beefcake calendar of the month, is it? Just kidding. Sadly not. No, I haven't got my clothes off at all. I haven't got my... I know you're hoping to see a little bit of flesh, aren't you? Well, there might be a bit. There might be a little bit here and there, but not the full frontal nudity thing. I mean, we want a bit of decorum here, dear. I mean, you may well do that in the States. We don't do that sort of thing here in the United Kingdom, my darling, while we're all still together. Oh, dear. I see the poison dwarf is doing her nut again. Yes, yes. I want an independence referendum. Yes, yes. Christ. So have they got a special small camera that doesn't go up very high so that they can film the poison dwarf in Scotland? Is it? Is it a specially made small camera that they use to interview her? Joe Swinson is first in the queue at the job centre. Poor Joe. Poor Joe. We're not going to have another rest and we're going to cancel it immediately. Well, they liked you, didn't they, love? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Joe. Best news of the weekend. Bye-bye, Joe. Dreadful woman. So full of self-importance, dear. Good morning to Trevor Campbell. Hello to you, sir. Can you send super chat badge? Paul and Lou. Marc Jones, Paul and Lou, you have been sent a super chat badge by the delightful Marc Jones. How kind is... And do you know, there's a lot of that goes on there. People buy a super chat to give to someone else. That's a lovely thing to do. Lovely thing to do. So, Paul and Lou, you need to email me your full post address and that will be in the post today. There's no mucking around here, dear. Once we're back here in Bracknell, everything moves smoothly. There we are. What a nice thing. Thank you very much. Jason enjoyed the song I sung last night at the karaoke. I made up a song last night. It was the song Sandy, Sandy, but I changed it to Jeremy. Jeremy, can't you see I'm a misery? I changed all the words, which didn't go down too well with the left wing in there, but there we go. One of those things. Heidi, I'm taking you in the shower with me. I'm not looking, Heidi. Heidi's taking me in the shower with her. Hello to JJ's Motors and Machines. Good morning, JJ. Ray Reynolds in the house. Good morning, Ray. Can I have an apology, says Jason. No. Not having an apology. I don't apologise to anyone, dear. No, at my age, please do me a favour. By the way, Jason, you need to start saving up for my birthday, 5th of February. 57, that's a very important birthday, dear. You weren't there at 21, so you missed that. And you weren't there at 16, 18 or 21. But you weren't there at 40 or 50, were you? So that's like 5 birthday gifts you've got to roll into one for my 57th, please, on the 5th of February. Thank you very much. Good morning to Adrian Richardson. He was down the end of the pub last night. I didn't have much time to talk to people last night, Adrian, but good morning to you. Hello, Heidi. Can I have a pink pen? Yes, you can, Heidi. £2. £2 for pen. £2 for pen, because it has to be... What it is, it's not the cost of the pen, Heidi. It's the blooming stamp. You have to put a large letter stamp on there, which is, I think, about £1.06. So it's actually probably about £2.50 every time I send a pen out, but £2 is enough. All right, darling. Let's just scroll. Adrian, little Cranky was expressing her feelings. Did you see her? Yes, she was like that. Poor Joe. It makes me so sad to think that Joe might be out of a job now. But like I said, I put a couple of Facebook comments. I don't get too political on there, as you know. There's always... McDonald's are always looking for people, Joe and Jeremy. Perhaps you could open your own branches. Place it as a little franchise. Jeremy Corbyn's McDonald's. Or Joe Swinton's McDonald's, something like that, The only thing is, it would concern me with her cooking. It might be quite dangerous for her, right? Excuse me. Might be quite dangerous for her, because waving those arms all the time, you could end up with chips and burgers all over the place, couldn't you? Very. If you go past a Burger King or McDonald's over the next few days and the doors open, you see these chips and burgers flying out the door, or Kentucky Fried Wings or whatever, it's probably Joe Swinton has started work there. Oh dear. Actually, we got a text in. I think there was a text in from Simon. Did he? No. I don't think that was anything to do with Joe this morning. So there we are. JJ, she's not a poison dwarf. She's secretly Jimmy Cranky. She's not popular down here, is she? Not at all. Morning to the lovely Shania Steele. Good morning, Shania. Adam the plumber in the house. Morning to you. Mark Bowles. There you go. Thanks for getting up, Mark. You're hardly here anymore. It's like we've said something to offend you. Have you been offended, Mark? Are you offended, dear? Are you offended by that picture of me in the calendar? Good, there we are. Excellent. Mark's got his calendar and pens. Trevor, she waves her arms around, reminds me of Magnus Pike. Oh, there's a name from the past. Magnus Pike. Yes. He was popular, wasn't he? Anyway, there we are. So Thursday night, after the show Thursday night, did the usual thing, went swimming, had a sleep, and we went out to see some lights. Now, I can't remember the blooming name of the place, but it's about an hour's... Let me see if I can find where it was. Stately Homes... I don't know, Lincolnshire. It begins with B. I know it begins with B. Belton? It's not Belton. That's that dreadful place, isn't it? Belton House. There it is, Belton House. Belton House. So we were going to Belton House. The only thing is, right, so I've driven my car around to my nephew's house because we're going in the fun bus. Now, the fun bus is like a transit van, and it's specially adapted for the disabled because they got a little disabled, severely disabled little girl who needs 24-hour care. A beautiful girl called Olivia. Ever such a pretty thing she is. And I was going in the fun bus. So we've driven around to the house and they're all getting ready. Parked my car out, got in the van and off we went. Except Gary then, you know, he's reversing this van. He's gone straight into the back of my car. My own nephew. And it was a thump. Bang, it went. Of course, the wife starts shouting at him, "What are you doing? What are you doing to my van? Forget your van. What about my car?" God's sake, mate. The funny thing is, it's your nephew. There's nothing you can do. What you going to do? Stand there and shout at him or demand the money? I couldn't do that. Demand the money for repairs. I couldn't do it. In fact, I didn't even get out and have a look because time was getting on. So he went forward a bit. What was that? It's my car. That's what it was. My blooming car. So we had a kind of glanced out the window. I couldn't really see any damage, to be honest. We got to the end of the road and then I remembered I forgot my mobile phone. So then we came all the way back round and got into the car, got out again, had a quick look. There's no damage at all, actually. Absolutely no damage. Maybe a tiny little dent on the bumper. Me own nephew, for God's sake. Don't look behind him. The blooming thing got beep, 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 beep. No, he ignored that. You know that thing that when you reverse, and I don't know what it's called, some sort of detector alarm type thing. But, oh dear. So off we went in the car. It was a bit more than an hour, I think it was in there. It wasn't too cold, but it was pouring down with rain. Absolutely chucking it down. I had an orange Timberland coat that I bought about 5 years ago now from Florida. Again, I went on holiday with my nephew to Florida. I went for his... I think it was for his 18th birthday. He was 17. Was he 17 at the time? And it might have been for his 18th birthday, or it might have been just the fact that I was going and I've offered to take him. And we had the best holiday ever, actually. It was a great, great holiday, you know, the Disney stuff and all that. And while we were there, we went a couple of times to those designer outlet places, and I bought this lovely Timberland coat, nice and warm. It's like a rusty colour. It's the same colour as that, actually. Same colour as the Christmas backdrop up here. And it was only $50 or $50 or $60, which was about 40 quid. You'd pay 200 quid for that. That's why I say I love to go to America to these designer outlet places. It's so cheap. To us, it's really cheap. Even cheaper now that the pound's starting to soar again. Oh, you wait for that in a few weeks' time. We'll be up to 145 soon. Don't you worry about that. Thank you, Boris. Thank you, Boris. So we got out of the car and it is absolutely pouring down with rain. I got trainers on. When I left the caravan, I looked and it was already raining then. So shall I put my Dr. Martin boots on? I've got a good pair of Dr. Martin boots, about 10 years old, right? And they're sealed. You do not get wet feet when you got those on. I bought those for the tread, really. So when it snows or if it's icy, trainers, ice and snow, not a good mix. You go arse over tit. You absolutely do. So I bought these boots, put them on. Well, you don't slip anymore. Wonderful. Must be like that on a car, really. I know a certain member of the family who's been driving around with practically bald tyres. Not in this country either. That's all I'm saying on that subject. Mind you, he's bought new tyres now at last at vast expense. And I put these trainers, and when I went out, I thought, I hope these are waterproof. And literally, I came out of my caravan and walked the very 10 seconds to the car. And already I felt, hang on a minute, I think I've got a bit of water in his. No, did I change them onto the Dr. Martens? No, I carried on. Oh no, I leave them on. Big mistake. Big mistake. We got out the car at a Belton house. Beautiful place. To see all these Christmas lights and things. Started walking, and very quickly my feet were absolutely soaking wet. It was chucking it down. Absolutely chucking it down. Anyway, so we walked around there, and it was a lovely evening, actually, seeing all the lights. The children, very excited, you know, running in and out of the lights where they shouldn't be, off the path where you're not supposed to leave the path. But a lovely time. I've done a good video of that. I've got to put it all together. At the moment, I'm a bit lacking in time at the moment. I've got a lot on. Like today, I've got to go out straight away and do some shopping and go to the post office, post off the things to various people who have won them. I've got to have my hair cut today. Tomorrow, I've got church, and then literally I've got to come back, get on a train and go to London. I'm not going to try and drive to London. I don't like to drive to London during the daytime anyway. But in particular, 2 weeks before Christmas, where am I going to park? Don't be silly. It's not going to happen, is it? Although we have got a bit of a problem with the trains at the moment. They've got various strikes. South West trains at the moment. Thank you, Heidi. Heidi sends us £2 super chat. Thank you, Heidi. Okay, you know what to do, Heidi. Email me your full postal address and what colour you want, darling. You must tell me what colour you want. At the moment, I've got pink, white, purple or blue. But you must put that in an email so I know what it is, okay? Email address up there on the screen now, my darlings. Thank you, Heidi. It's very kind of you, darling. Yes, so we're walking around there. And it was all very nice. Really, really nice. Fantastically done and highly recommended. So if you're in Lincolnshire, go and have a look at the Christmas lights at Belton House, Belton. And where is it exactly? I don't even know. I went there and I don't even know where the blooming place is. Is there a map? The perfect English country. Oh, they probably do afternoon. Oh, there we are. How to get here. Property map. Is that property map? No. The nearest railway station is Grantham, which is 3 miles away. It's in Grantham. Okay, Grantham in Lincolnshire. Lovely, lovely place. So if you want to go and see some Christmas lights, go there. On a similar sort of thing to the ones at Kew Gardens where I went a couple of years ago. That was good. Not quite so big, but nevertheless, well worth going. Very well done. They got music going to the lot. Oh, it's fantastic. And I'll put that video together as soon as I can. But as I say, I'm quite busy at the moment. There's a problem on the South West trains at the moment, which I hope isn't going to affect me tomorrow. But if I go to church in the morning, I can't go to 11 o'clock. Like, that just doesn't give me enough time to get into London then. But I did a search on the trainline.com. I'm not used to travelling on train. I love trains. I'm not used to travelling on them. And that was telling me to get a bus to Wokingham. Oh, I suppose I could park in Wokingham. Oh, I could do that, couldn't I? I'll have a look at that route to see if that works for me. I could go to Wokingham and come. I don't usually go to Wokingham, but that must be on a different line then. Bracknell and Wokingham, are they? I don't even know. I'll have to look into it. But I should have done this ages ago. The problem is, yes, we got a bit of a strike on the South West trains, so it's a bit hit and miss whether you get the train or not, unfortunately. You know, one of those things. So by the time we got back in the car, we were absolutely soaking wet. Fortunately, my lovely orange Timberland jacket kept me dry there, but my feet were like ice blocks. They really were. It wasn't that cold. Oh, they had a merry-go-round with the horses. Oh, the children loved that. On the round and round they were going and all this business. Miserable old git working. There's always someone miserable working fun rides. Have you noticed that? Fun fair rides. Unless they're sort of youngish people, there's always some miserable old bag or some old git sitting there. Miserable as sin, aren't they? Pushing the button and closing the gates and that sort of thing. Come out of there, and then we went to Burger King for dinner afterwards. Unfortunately, they're not doing the halloumi burgers anymore. They said they're going to come back next year or something. So I had a bean burger and some chips and an ice cream. I think I had off the Slimming World instantly. Oh, I've weighed myself this morning. 12 stone, 13 stone, 5.6. So down a little bit from last week. Not surprising because I've broken the Slimming World twice this week because of the various outings with the children and that. And the same thing will happen next week, unfortunately. But that's just because we're in Christmas. Otherwise, I know I'm able to stick to it at the moment. The Slimming World thing, I'm doing well with that. So no halloumi burgers. Very disappointing. Got back in the car, came back to the caravan. And I thought, oh, I need a shower. And for the first time, I used my brand new shower in the Caravan. Oh, it was lovely. I've got a good flow. Since I changed the water heater in there, I've now got a really good flow of water coming out. And I was pointing this shower at my feet. Oh, and they very, very quickly warmed up. So that was nice. So that was Thursday. After the shower, it was about 10:15. I went into watched a little bit of the election on the television. And there was the exit poll. A massive Conservative majority. We don't do politics on here, but this, I'm just telling you what happened, and it surprised me. I thought Boris would win by a little bit. Honestly, by a little bit, but I thought it was going to be a hung parliament, to be honest, but it's not. So he's got that massive majority now, so I suppose he can do what he's like. As I say, best news of the night was hearing that Joy Swinton lost her seat. That had me in stitches, that did. Really did. And of course, went to bed about, I didn't stay up late, 12:15. 12:15. I wasn't going to stay up all night and watch it. Excellently presented by Hugh Edwards. He's really good at that, isn't he? Hugh Edwards. I flicked across onto Channel 4, the alternative election. Rylan Clarke, are you for real? What the hell was all that? I watched about 3 minutes of it and I thought, I can't believe that they've put this together. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Rylan, I don't like watching him at the best of times, but on an election, this is supposed to be a serious political programme. Please do me a favour. So Channel 4, what a big balls up that was. Dreadful, dreadful. So I didn't stay on that 3 minutes. Quickly on ITV, and I think little Owen Jones was there. I quite like him. He's about 38, and Owen Jones. Should maffing off as you. He's a maffy little git, he is. But I do like him. Owen Jones is on there. And that was it, really. That was I woke up in the morning to turn on the telly, and there you had it. The news was there. You know, this massive majority for the Conservatives. After that, after having my breakfast, went out for a swim. I was the only person in the swimming pool on Friday for about 20 minutes. I kid you not. Massive, great big council municipal swimming pool, and I was the only one in there. It don't get much better than that, I tell you. Wonderful. And then as time went on, more people came in. And then there was a mini disaster, boys and girls. Not only these are my three terrible things that have happened to me this week. 1, my nephew reversing into the car. 2, very wet feet outing. And 3, which incidentally was paid by my nephew and his wife. So thank you for that, if they're watching. Which is highly unlikely, but much appreciated. It was a little gift to them from me. Isn't that nice? Nice, it is. And the third terrible thing, probably the worst thing out of everything, I couldn't get my pound out the locker. Couldn't get my pound out, so I give it a little tap like that. Little tap on the locker. Don't want to make too much noise, because people from out, what's going on in here? Probably think some young hoodlum is in there smashing up all the lockers. And I'm just tapping out. This thing's not coming out, so I popped outside with a little white towel seductively hung around my very small tender hips. And I popped outside and I said, "Oh, I've got my pound, so I can't get the pound out and I can't get the key out. Something's jammed in there. Okay, I'll be in the shower. It's number 217. Okay." So I'm in the shower and I heard the door go and a bloke come in. And I popped my head out. I said, "Yeah, it's that one over there, mate, 217. He said, "What's up?" He said, "I can't get the pound out or the key out." Okay. And at that point, he just started slamming the door. Bang, bang. I thought, well, I could have done that. I was trying to attract attention. And as you know, boys and girls, I don't like to attract attention. I'm a very, very quiet person. I just want to sit here nice and quietly, nice and peacefully, and do my thing. I do not like to attract attention. So he got me pound out, and it wasn't so much of a disaster after all. We can't be leaving pounds in places, dear. Pound is a lot of money. I still think a pound is an awful lot of money. I do. You can get an entire large bag of Walker's cheese and onion crisp with a pound. Yes. Not at the moment. Not until Christmas Day. Christmas Day, we're having a day off from Slimming World. Absolutely. Thank you very much. And that was it. Friday afternoon, left the caravan. I turned the water off this time. What I do, if I think it's going to be really cold, I'll actually turn the water off before it comes into the caravan and open all the taps. That's as far as... I don't do a drain down or anything like that. which you're supposed to do. A drain down is opening a valve somewhere and all the water pours out. I can't find the valve anywhere. I don't know where it is. So I physically turned the tap off and I opened all the tap, and you can hear it gurgling. It gurgles, a bit like your stomach did probably last night when you were hungry. It gurgles a bit. And that was it. Nice journey down to London. I listened to Heart Christmas on the way down. Yeah, Christmas songs. Christmas here, simply having a wonderful Christmas time and rocking around the Christmas tree. Maureen did that last night, the karaoke, rocking around the Christmas tree, things like that. Listening to Heart Christmas on the way down. But good news, I stopped in my usual place for a wee halfway through the journey, and I didn't twist my ankle, which incidentally is giving me a bit of a problem last night. I think I was standing up for a long time. Well, I do while I'm at karaoke. I stand up. I don't like to sit down while I'm at work. I had to on last week because my foot was so bad. But I was all right for about 2.5 hours, and then it started aching, and I'm like moving around like that to take the weight off. It's not so bad this morning. It's hurting a bit this morning, so I guess that would take time to heal. But the swelling has certainly gone right the way down, and a lot of the bruising has disappeared now. But I guess another week or so before it's all right. As I say, I got a couple of Christmas cards from people last night. Got home here a little bit cold when I got in. It was only about 5 degrees outside, so it was cold when I got here. Because I leave the heating on low. I don't leave the heating on full blast while I'm away. Got raffle tickets coming up, by the way. All right, boys and girls. Raffle tickets will be coming up very shortly. So I got home a bit cold here, but I won't have to do that again because they're coming. The plumber's coming to fit the hive thing. So I can turn it up and down and on and off remotely, like I can do with the caravan heating. So the bloke's coming to put in hive on, when's he coming? Thursday, I think it is. Yeah, he's coming between 8 and 10 o'clock on Thursday morning this week to fit the hive thing. So looking forward to that. There was no parking for me last night. No parking outside the pub at all. I had to park right at the bottom of the road and carry my stuff up, which was all right there. But when I finished at 12, it was pouring down with rain. Absolutely pouring down with rain last night. Fortunately, Michael was there because he come to pick up his calendar. His £10 calendar. Michael was there last night. He's come to pick up his £10 calendar. So I said, I'll drive up if you can wait there. He said, no, I'll give you a hand down. That was kind of him. So he took one of my boxes and walked all the way down. And it was quite heavy, the rain. Walked all the way down with me, and I gave him his calendar. So he will have seen what the pictures are there. I think he was hoping to see a picture of my younger nephew who's 22, in hardly any clothes. Not going to happen, I'm afraid. Over my dead body, mate. Not interested in the picture of me. Oh, is your nephew in there? No, he's not. Perverts, every last one of you. Pervs. So no parking for me yesterday. And as I say, today I've got to go down the shops, the post office, have my hair cut, do some other bits and pieces. It suddenly occurred to me, we're of course having a change of a year. The year is about to change over. But that's a new decade, isn't it? We're about to go into another new decade. It seems like only yesterday we had that disastrous 1999 to 2000. That was a disaster in all the pubs and clubs. No one came out. Mind you, the clubs were really taking a mick with the prices. 30, 40, 50 quid ticket. Well, no one bought any. We ended up in the place where I was, and we ended up with 40 people. That's in a place that holds about 400. But it's their own fault for being so blooming greedy. That's what I say. So there we are. Messages then. Let's see. Morning to Simon Steele. Shania is sending me a little surprise in the post. What, Owen Jones in a small box? That'd do me. Thank you, Vectis. What time is Belton open till? Good morning, Rachel. Oh, I don't know. I would imagine it would start about 4 because it's pitch black in Lincolnshire now at 4 o'clock, or about 4:15. Let's have a look. Christmas at Belton. Let's have a look. And I believe it's the first. Yes, for the very first. Let me read what it says on the internet for you. For the very first time, Belton, the treetops will glisten and the gardens will shimmer and sparkle. So they haven't done this before, these Christmas lights. It's definitely the most wonderful time of the year to wander beneath the historic tree canopies, drenched in seasonal colour and dripping with shards of light frosty snowflakes, stars and baubles. So it's on until the 30th of December. Okay? Book tickets. I think the tickets are about £8. I think they're £8. It's worth it. Rachel, it's really worth it. You'd love it. You'd love it. Times. Oh. Here are some answers to your frequently answered question. General information. Excuse me. Here we go. Trout. Oh, you've got to book one of these times. 4:20, 4:45, 5:36, 6:37, 7:20, 8:40 or 8 p.m. Okay? So there we are. Well worth going to see that, Rachel, and I know you're not too far away from there, my love. Go and have a look at those lovely lights. I don't know if you've got any children to take with you, or you could borrow a couple. It makes it a little bit more magical when when I say children, I mean little ones, sort of up to, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. Not teenagers. No, they'd just be hiding behind places, smoking drugs. Don't... Oh, quick, is Mum not looking? Don't take older teenagers. They'd just be trying to get off with people and smoking. Okay, yeah. So well going to look at that. All right. Adrian, I hope you're not going. Hopefully, are you not going to film yourself in the shower? That will be terrible cruelty to your videos. Oh, do me a favour, Adrian. You're desperate to see me in a shower, aren't you? Have you not found my special videos yet, Adrian? I'm sure you've trawled the internet in your time, desperately searching for a naked picture of me somewhere. Well, you won't find one, I'm afraid. Excuse me. Adam the plumber. Hello, Adam. I love the amusement park on the seafront at Southend. Oh, I don't think I've ever been to that one. Went there during the summer when it was absolutely packed. Staff had big smiles on their faces. Is it like this? Is that like a big smile like that? And staff encourage you to have a good time. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. Unlike Fort Park, overpriced rides are too short. Staff are miserable as sin, and the hotel was basically a storage container. What, in Southend? Storage container. Dear me. Where are we now? Let's just scroll down a little bit. Brian didn't turn up last night. No, Heidi. He did send us a little message saying that he wasn't coming. And something about a heart attack. I hope he hasn't had a heart attack. Not our Brian. There was I don't know if he mistyped or something, but he said something about a heart attack. So I don't know what he was saying there. Jason noticed I was trying to come on to Apple's boyfriend last night. He was quite delightful, he was. And he could sing. It's the first time she's brought a bloke in and they've actually been able to sing. Usually they don't bother. Paul and Lou have got Hive. It's the most amazing thing they've ever bought. Yeah, we're coming to put mine in on Thursday. So you can buy them on Amazon. Quite not overpriced, actually. And for self-fitting, but... I mean, if you don't want to muck around with electric stuff if you don't know what you do. I can put a plug on. I can put an electric socket on. I can change a light fitting. But Hive, I'm thinking, you put that wire the wrong way around, then bang goes £100, and it's not worth it. Give it to professional. I'm a real believer in that. I'm not a DIY person. There's not an awful lot I can do DIY. I know, like that bathroom that I've just had done, I paid someone to do that. I paid someone to do the air conditioning. But, you can get yourself into some really terrible mess with DIY if you not know what you're doing. I'm a firm believer. Pay someone who knows what they're doing, and that's it. Order, Adrian, order. Oh, it's one of them black flies. Are they following me here? I hope they're not emerging from me somewhere, are they? Little black flies. I think they're emerging from me, from one of my holes. Not quite sure which one, to be honest. Order, Adrian. Order. Thank you. Another haircut. Yes. We need to be haircut every 2 weeks because, I like it like this, but I don't like to tell you this. Can this be our little secret? As a teacher once said to me. Can it be our little secret, right? I like it this length, but That's no, I'm not looking anymore. That's it. That was enough. No, I'm not going to show you again because someone will take a screenshot and send it and I'll be upset. The longer it grows, the worse that the bald bit looks. That's why I have it so short. Any of these blokes here will tell you, Rachel. If you've got a balding bit, you've got to keep it as short as possible. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Did I say hello to Paul this morning? Good morning, Paul in Cornwall, who tells us it's very cold this morning and wet and damp in Cornwall. Do you know what, Paul? I don't think you have any warm weather there anymore, do you, in Cornwall? Whenever you send a text, it's always cold and damp. I thought that was just Glasgow. You know why that is? What's her name? The cranky up in Scotland. She keeps moving in front of the sun, and then it doesn't get to Scotland at all. She wants to go to Slimming World and all, doesn't she? Joanna, no singing. What are you talking about, Joanna? It's Christmas, dear. We must have singing. There's Michael Lawrence. Morning, Michael. Thanks for a good night at the pub. Do you like the calendar, Michael? Do you like the calendar? All right. Wonder Woman's got 3 children, all teenagers. Yeah, but there's teenagers and they're teenagers. How old? 11 and 12? Probably just about 13. You're getting into dangerous territory there. You know that, Rachel. 13 years and over, you're getting into dangerous territory. Very dangerous territory, 15 to 18. Very, very dangerous. You don't want those teenagers with you at all. Let them go and do their own thing. Did you have your Botox done? I beg your pardon. I haven't had any Botox. Nothing been done to my face, thank you very much. And I've only got one, unlike some of the politicians. Several faces they've got. Greengrass has received his pen. Excellent. Sent him a pen there. Good morning to Yvonne Lemon, just joining us there. Not time for the tickets yet. Tell them, Heidi. Will you tell them, Heidi? People aren't paying attention, Heidi. This is the trouble. You pay attention. Others don't. They just hear the occasional word. Some people, right, actually watch a show and do something else at the same time. Well, that doesn't happen when a football match is on, does it, lads? Or if ladies are watching a cookery programme, you don't do something else. So if you don't mind, I'd rather you didn't do something else while I'm doing my programme. Rude. Hey, Rachel, that's what I tell my hubby. Get a professional, especially for complicated electrics. The item might come, Rachel. I mean, I haven't ordered it. I let them do it all. Come and put this in for me. They bring the unit. They put it in. They tell me what to do. That's it, right? It might come. I might have ordered it on Amazon, looked at it, and I'm like, oh, it's only 2 wires. And I might have been able to do it. But it's just not worth the risk. Then something would come and think, it's 5 wires. Oh, I'm not quite sure where that go. And sometimes your house wiring isn't correct anyway. You might take a little box off and expect to see a red, a black, and a green or something, and there's 3 blacks. Well, which is which? Which is which? You don't know. Not always is the house wiring being done correctly, so it's best to leave it. Have we got to put someone on a timeout, Heidi? Who's been naughty? Yeah, I think we should randomly put people on timeouts. A timeout, incidentally, is where you stop someone for 5 minutes sending messages. JJ is not bald. Is that right? JJ says he's not bald. Hang on a minute. Let's see. Which one are you? Are you Bodget Leggett? Is that you, JJ? Bodget, which one are you? Because it won't say it. What page? Are you on here? I'm sure you're on here somewhere, JJ. Oh, my God, there's my brother-in-law. Oh, God's sake. Which one are you, JJ? I've got to see if you're bald or not. I hope you're not lying to me. 13, 14 and 16. Oh, leave the 16-year-old. Don't bring them. No, they'll just be trying to get... Is that a girl or a boy? Well, whichever. They'll just be trying to get off with someone. The 13 and the 14 years old might be a bit of a handle, but whatever you do, don't take the 16-year-old. Absolute nightmare. Fran says it's usually cold and damp in Cornwall. I'd love to go there. I went there years ago. I'm talking when I was probably about 15 the last time I went there. Good morning to Diane Jebb. Has had trouble with her internet this morning. Just got us on the YouTube. So good morning to you, Diane. Welcome along to the show, my darling. Let's have a look. Scrolling down. Where are we at? Adam, unfortunately, I'm having to work this weekend. If they pay for all the forthcoming super chats, there will be millions. But we'll wait for the millions to roll in, actually, Adam. Not that it'll make any difference to me. As long as I've got enough money to do bits and pieces I want. If I won the lottery, oh, it wouldn't change my luck. Yes, it blooming well would. What would I do? If I won the lottery, I'd buy another property, right? And that would be my studio. And it would have proper cameras, everything. I'd get a bloke in. Get a man in. Right, I want this all professional stuff now. No more webcams. We'll have, people operating the cameras. And like that bit on the BBC News, right? When the BBC News and that camera swings around the whole studio and there's all these people typing behind them. Right? That's how it'll be. I'll have people employed. They don't have to be doing anything. Just sit in the background and pretend you're typing something for an hour. I would. I'd have a lot of proper studio, lights and everything. Push buttons and things move around. How marvellous, dear. Marvellous. Adrian says it's not the venue owners that have been greedy. It was the DJs, door staff and bar staff. No, I don't think so. They asked me when I was working that 1999 to 2000, and they asked me, how much do you want? And my answer was, how much are you charging on the door? And when they told me that, I told them what I was going to charge them. That's how I priced it. Had they... Well, I don't suppose everyone works the same as me anyway. A lot of people are just money-grabbing bastards. I'm sorry they are. They just want to grab as much money as possible. I would have done it for the normal New Year's Eve, which is, as you know, is 2 times. We normally get 2 times New Year's Eve. Although I don't do New Year's Eve anymore. I can't be bothered with the hassle. Oh, and it is hassle. New Year's Eve. People coming up to you. Oh, it's midnight. You haven't done the bells yet. And then you do the bells and someone else will come up. Oh, you're a bit early with the bells. It's all a bit like that. A moan. And besides, I'm too old now and no one comes up and snogs me. They used to come up and snog me on New Year's Eve. Doesn't happen anymore. And they pull back now. When you're young and pretty, people they like coming towards you like that. Now you go towards them and they're like, oh, it's true. It's blooming true. So there you go. Adrian was running bars. They were asking £600-700 for jaw staff. Sorry. When I was running bars, they were asking £600-700 for DJing door staff. DJs. Do you mean DJs? DJs. I mean, you must mean DJs. DJs. £600-700. Door staff wanted £60 an hour. Decided to close. Well, everyone went down the river in the end, didn't they? On that thing there. I think probably, actually, Adrian, it was 6 of one, half dozen of the other, to be honest. But I didn't give them a price until I found out how much they were charging on the door. Instead of £10, it was like 50 or 40, something like that. So I quadrupled mine. That's it. Well, if you're charging them 4 times, I'll charge you 4 times. And they were happy with that. No one argued. They were very happy with that. Okay, Sean. I do other things when Chris is on, normally sleeping. Pardon? How rude! It's so rude! Do you dye your hair? There's none to dye, Adrian. Come on. There's no hair to dye, mate. Hello to Yvonne Lemon. I said hello to you, didn't I? Good morning to you, my darling. I would buy a house in the woods with a swimming pool. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, I like woods. I've given the choice, woods or seafront, it would be woods. I like forests. There's something that's lacking where my caravan is a forest. Although it's lovely along that river, if you ever walk along the river with them or somewhere like that. That's a nice walk, but I prefer, and here, where I am here, I'm surrounded by pine trees here. Don't know if you can see them on that other camera, can you? Here, let me move that round. Here, look, there you go. Look, can you see out there? I'm surrounded by trees outside. It's lovely. That's an umbrella there in case it rains. That's what I can see in front of me here, as you see. There's all your messages there. See them coming up there? That's the music machine. Yeah, I'll play something for you. Can you see my mouse? No, you can't see the mouse, can you? Can't see. I can't really move that camera, I don't think. Let's try. No, I can't do it. No. Anyway, I'll just leave it there. So yes, I'm surrounded by trees here, which I like very much. And if I leave my house and walk 5 minutes, I can be in a forest. 10 minutes, I'm in the middle of the forest, can't hear nothing. Only noise and like little animal noises and things like that. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Right, hold on to your messages and I'll get to the bottom of those and we'll do the raffle tickets. Cold and windy in Bristol today. Woo! Thank you. Jason says they jump on you now, Chris, thinking you're a bouncy castle with all that Botox. Shoes off, please. Yeah, don't want to rip a bouncy castle. I haven't had Botox. I mean, can't you see the lines? Is there something wrong with your contrast on your computer? Spend a bit of that money of yours, Jason. You're probably sitting there. Are you still watching this with a green and black screen? Like when computers first came out, are you? One of those old monitors. It's not even got a colour monitor. It's green. Green screen. No sea. Fran would prefer it by the sea. Yeah, I get that. It's nice to have a house by the sea. I would prefer a house in the woods. Yeah, nighttime, listen to owls. Woo! Woo! Incidentally, on the Amazon Echo, right, it's got all these different sleep sounds. Wonderful. I think I told you this the other morning. Wonderful. You can say that and you say the name, you know, Amazon Echo, sleep sounds, rain. And it plays you an hour of the rainfall and you fall asleep to it. Oh, it's lovely. It's got that. Babbling Brook. Have I got... Yeah, I've got my phone here. Hang on, let me see if I can do it. Right, I'm going to say the word now, those of you with the echoes. So it might set your things off, all right? Let me see. Alexa, play sleep sounds, jungle.
I couldn't find any sleep sounds, jungle songs.
Alexa, play sleep sounds, rain. Alexa, play sleep sounds, Babbling Brook.
Okay, here's sleep sounds, Babbling Brook.
Let's set my speaker off. Hang on a minute. Alexa,
I don't know how to set
stop.
my speaker to that setting.
See that? So there we are. And it's various different ones. I'm sure Jungle was in there somewhere, but it's lovely, that is. If you're having trouble sleeping, you just put something like that on, and it really helps you go to sleep, listening to the rain. It reminds me of being in the caravan when it's pouring down with rain. That's lovely. Oh, let me tell you, you're in that small room, you've got your heater on very low, underneath that duvet, and the rain is smashing down onto the top of the caravan. It's beautiful. We don't have to do that now. Just get Amazon to do it. Wonderful. I've set Amelia's off. I thought I might do. Right. Oh, do we need some order, Jason? Order. What's going on now? What's going no more? Adrian, where he worked, they were asking how much they were charging, and the figures coming back to us. We laid on a buffet. We were giving away champagne. We couldn't possibly do it with the people that paid that price. Well, that's not how I charged. I asked them what they were charging on the door. They said, how much are you going to charge us for New Year's Eve? That was $19.99 to $2,000. I said, well, how much are you charging on the door? And it was 40 quid instead of 10. Right, well, if you're charging 4 times as much, well, you want a bit of the pie. It's only fair. It's only fair. I tell you what, there was one New Year's Eve I did at a place near Croydon. It wasn't a special New Year's Eve. Like, well, there's only one, isn't there? You know, 1999 to 2000. That's the only special one. All the others are just New Year's Eve. It's not a special one when the decade changes. I don't think it is anyway. And it was a great shame, really. I turned up to do the job. I'd been employed by an agency to do this one. So if that happens, there's nothing I can do on the price. If it doesn't take off, I can't go to the governor and say, well, it's been a bit quiet today, which I've done before many times. Many times. Yeah, it's been a bit quiet today. Just give us 50 quid and we'll call it quits. Then, are you sure? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's all no hassle to me. No hassle to me. You know, I always look at it like that. You know, if there's not enough money coming in, how can you then go and say, well, I want my whatever it is? No, I like to think I'm a very fair person. I do. There's some people out there, and they just don't get it sometimes. They don't understand how people can be not the same as everyone else. But that's how I am. If it's quiet. But unfortunately, if you've gone for an agency, you can't do that because they are paying them. You know? It's all agreed, and they've probably paid them in advance as well. So I turned up at this place. It was a small family pub. And I've set up 8 o'clock come, right? And I think there were 2 people in there and the bar staff. 9 o'clock, 2 people on the bar staff. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, I think they came over and they had this buffet. They had all these trellis tables against the window with beautiful food on it. Little sandwiches, ham sandwiches, cheese sandwiches, vol au vents and little sausages, pineapple. You know the sort of thing. It's the sort of thing you have at a wedding. But without that nasty bowl of bacteria-filled mayonnaise in the middle. You don't eat that at weddings, do you? Oh, my God, no. You know, French sticks with little butters and things. This was all on the table, and they'd taken the wrappings off. There's no one there. No one there, and I think at about 11:30, and I've got no one singing. My voice is sore now because I've had to keep singing. Good morning, Kim. Welcome to the show, Kim. You know, and I think by about 11:45, there may have been about 15 people in there, and I felt so sorry for the governor. I felt so sorry for the governor, and it was only until 12:15 I was booked, 8 till 12:15. So we did the New Year's Eve thing, and it's coming up to 12. Okay, everyone, get your glasses. And there was no one doing anything because there's no one there. I felt so. They've gone to all this effort. They've employed me, you know, via an agency. They'd done all the food, all the decorations, and no one went. No one went. I felt so sorry for him, but there was nothing I could do. End of the night comes, I pack my bags away, and I go. I don't get paid because that comes from the agency, you see, 3 weeks later. There's nothing I could do about that. It's just one of those things, I set off Amelia's Amazon thing then, did I? Sorry about that. There we are. Jason, trouble is there is some naff DJs about, believe me. There was a terrible one at Central Station last night, letting people take over the stage and all sorts. Oh, please. No one takes over the stage. No one takes over the stage. All right? Okie doke, raffle tickets. Who wants a raffle ticket? Next raffle's on Monday morning. It is Monday. I'm not here. I am here Monday. Oh, I'm going to tell you something about the bingo in a minute. No bingo this week, but I've made a mistake. I've made a bit of a mistake, so I'll come to that in a moment, all right? I'll come to that in a moment, but we'll do the bingo tickets first. Who wants a bingo ticket for our next raffle? Sorry, who wants a raffle ticket for our next raffle, which is on Monday morning, somewhere between 9 and 10:30, okay? Right. You can win a fridge magnet. That's what you can win on Monday. But you need a raffle ticket. 1 moment, please. So all you got to do is raffle ticket, please, or tickets, please. You must put that in your message. Otherwise, I won't know that you want one. So here we go. There we are. Rachel's first there. 459, Rachel. I'm looking for the word ticket somewhere in your messages, gang. Okay. Make sure you put ticket there. 460 for Mr. Jason Hughes. 461 for JJ's Motors and Machines. JJ. What time is my brother-in-law on today? Is he 2 or 4 o'clock today? Does anyone know? JJ's Motors. Mowers. 461 for you. 462 for Sean Pye. 463 for Diane Jebb. 464 for Tony King. 465 for Joey Millen. 465 for Joey Millen. Where's the next one? Fran Green, 466. Heidi, 467. Michael Lawrence, 468. 469, Mr. Davenport. Michael Pullman, 470. Yvonne Lemon, 471. Yvonne, where's Yvonne? There's Yvonne. Joanna, Evola, 472. Adam the Plumber, 473. Mark Bowles, 474. Mark's never won either, has he? Mark Bowles has never won. Mark Bowles, 474. Amelia Dodd, 475. Your thing's going off today, Amelia. All right, darling. Kim McClelland, 476. Make sure you join us Monday, gang, for the raffle. Okay, 476 is Kim. Kim, are you in Scotland? I'm just imagining McClelland is a Scottish name, or am I completely wrong with that? Are you in Scotland, darling? Retro Hacks, thank you, Martin. Martin's on at 4 o'clock this afternoon. There we go. Didn't know you were there. Retro Restore show tonight at 4 o'clock. Okay, so I think they've... Is that a permanent move with your time from 2 to 4? Because you were on at 2, weren't you? I'm in bed, unfortunately, at 4 o'clock for my afternoon nap there. Hello, Sharon. There's my sister, 477. What time did you get in, sis? My sister and her husband, they took my niece back down to the RAF airport yesterday. They've gone back to Cyprus now. But it was like a 7-hour... Well, I assume it was 7 hours. They left, I think, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What time did you get back, sis? Thank you. There we are. Martin Butler, 478. Butler. Done you, Kim. My sister's never won either, funnily enough. Thank you, Adrian Richardson. 479. A little bit of karaoke news as well. 480. Oh, you're in Brighton. I beg your pardon. Brighton. Okay. 11:37. Gosh, you were late last night. 11:37 they got back. So they left at 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's a 7-hour round trip. Cool, dear me. Yeah, can we have some thumbs up, please? There's a little thumbs up thing on the bottom there somewhere, if you could put one of those on. Right, I think I've done all the tickets. Have I missed anyone out? If so, please speak now, okay? If I've missed anyone out for the tickets, please speak now. Karaoke first. Let me tell you about karaoke. There's 2 Iffy Friday. Oof. I've just hurt my foot again. I don't know if I should go to the doctor about this or not, you know. It's still a little bit painful. It's nowhere near as bad as it was. There we are. Yes, 2 Iffy karaokes. Those of you that come to the karaoke, they are Friday the 27th and... Oh, God. And Friday the 3rd. So Friday the 27th of December and Friday the 3rd of January. I say they're iffy because we're not sure whether we're going to do them or not. And I'm still waiting for someone to get back to me and tell me if those are on or not. One manager is telling me, yeah, just as normal. Another one is saying, we're not sure if we're going to do those 2 because I don't think anyone will come. I personally think people will come to that. Now, New Year's Eve down at the pub, that's Central Station, in King's Cross, they have cabaret and karaoke on. I'm not doing it. It's a guy called Wayne. I just don't like doing New Year's Eves anymore. I've kind of done them for years and years and years. And the last 2 I haven't done, so I don't bother doing those anymore. But there is karaoke with the cabaret on the New Year's Eve. And that's, I think, why they're being a bit... not sure if we should do another one or not. I actually don't think my normal karaoke crowd will go to that New Year's Eve because they're not New Year's Eve people. Do you see what I mean? So I think they will still come to the Friday one. But it's a little bit up in the air and I'm waiting for clarification on that. So we're not sure if the Friday the 27th and Friday the 3rd of January are going ahead as normal. All the Mondays are on, as always. They're all fine. The Mondays are unaffected. It's just the 2 Fridays. So as soon as I know, I'll let you know. Now, the other thing is, I think it was on Thursday's show. As you know, there's no bingo this week because I'm out tomorrow night. I say I'm out tomorrow night. I'm out tomorrow afternoon. We've got like this Christmas dinner, which we're very much looking forward to at Pizza Express. Now, I'm a bit concerned about how I'm going to get there because we've got a train strike on here at the moment at this end. I really, really do. Well, I'm not going to. I'm not going to drive in. End of story, right? So if I can't find another way, I simply won't go because it will be an absolute nightmare trying to park in London on a Sunday. Not only on a Sunday, but on a Sunday 2 weeks, but not even 2 weeks, but 1 week before Christmas. It'll be absolutely impossible. I don't have a disabled badge or anything like that, so I can't do that. Even if you've got those of you with disabled badges, that can be a nightmare trying to find somewhere to park because all the disabled, there's only one here, or you've got to know where they are, and you drive around and there's someone there and there's someone there, and it's a nightmare. So I'm hoping to be able to get in tomorrow. Now there is at 3:00, so 3. So I suppose the dinner's going to be a couple of hours while we sit there chatting. My mate Chris will be there as well. So that would be 3, 4, 5. Back on train, shall we say? No, I wouldn't want to say that I'd be here. So I really don't think there will be a bingo tomorrow night, okay? Now, I did say there wouldn't, the next Sunday as well, there wouldn't be one, and we would move it till this Friday. But I made a mistake because I am actually here on the 22nd. So bingo will be here on the 22nd. It's not moving to the Saturday morning for that date. It will be here on the 22nd, okay? On the winter solstice. The winter solstice is on Sunday the 22nd, and so is our bingo. So that will be at 8:00 on Sunday the 22nd. If you haven't registered for the bingo, you need to register. Simply send me an email to that address and tell me, please add me to the bingo system. I will reply to your email and say done or something like that, okay? All right, I will let you know that I've added you to the system. But you can't just turn up on Sunday and say, can I play? No, because all the tickets have gone out. They go out sometime Sunday afternoon. The first lot of tickets go out Sunday afternoon, if I send the right ones out, that is, which I mucked up a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? All right, so there we are. Did I do everyone's raffle tickets? Let's have a look there. Heidi? Yes, you got one, darling. 467, Heidi, 467. Did I forget anyone at all? Looks like that's all okay. Stop making up excuses to see the male doctor. I don't go to doctors unless I'm really ill. I tell you. Hello, Eric. Hello, Eric. You haven't been around for a while. Eric's in don't tell me. Eric's in Israel. Hello, Eric. Welcome back to the show. Thanks very much, Eric. I hope you like the backdrop as well, a little Christmas backdrop there. Have a midnight bingo show. Oh, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Midnight one. I'll probably be knackered by the time I come back. I will be absolutely knackered by the time I come back because I wouldn't have had my afternoon sleep, you see. That's the thing. And it does me in. If I don't get that 2 hours sleep, it does me in. It absolutely does. Jason's off to the Mecca. Well, go. Don't forget to take a mat with you. To kneel down and pray as well, mate. All right? Okie doke. Let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls. Happy birthday on this Saturday, the 14th of December 2019 to Mr. Keith George, a very, very good friend of mine. Keith George, boys and girls, I can't believe you're 48. Well, you don't look it, not with your new hair, love. A very, very talented man, Keith George. He does himself. He does a tribute to Boy George, and he does a drag act called Mandy Gap, and a hilarious little chat thing, Coco Conya, although it's not very regular. Happy birthday to you, Keith, 48 years old today. Happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. Crystal, do you remember that bloke we walked away from? That's all I'm saying. Crystal Wade, another drag queen. Happy birthday to Crystal. Phillip Cara today is 54 years old. Scott Bruton. Good morning, Scott. Scott was on the X Factor. He hosts a breakfast radio show on Tameside Radio. He's a lovely bloke. I've worked with him once before as well. So Scott Bruton, a big happy birthday to you as well, okay? Mike Callender. Good morning, Mike Callender. Happy birthday to you. Balthy Phoenix, Balthy Phoenix, I think it is. 43 years old. Happy birthday to you. Paul Anthony Millington. Good morning, Paul. A young 29 today. And Clington Forbes, it's his birthday as well today. And we've got Mandy Gap coming in, who is, of course, Keith George, 48 years old as well. So happy birthday, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There we are. We'll get a little Christmas close coming up. Now, it's a bit normal, the Christmas close. Now that I've got another load of videos of lights together, I might try and, if I've got time, to do another little Christmas close of all Christmas lights that we saw at Belton Park. But I can't promise that because all this stuff takes time. The films you see, the bit at the beginning and the bit at the end, they do take hours. They literally take hours to do. You've got to find a bit of I mean, you could do it quicker, but I like to try and match up the music to the pictures, if you see what I mean. So I'll see if I've got time to do that. Lots of people wishing people happy birthday. Fran is pleased it's getting lighter in the mornings. After the 22nd, Fran, we've still got some dark times to go yet. Dark times to go yet, all right. Rachel, Yvonne, Kim, Mick, Michael, Fran... Look at that. Yeah, Fran from the 23rd. That's right. Diane, Amelia, Kim, Fran, all wishing people happy birthday today. Joey, Jason, Tony. Are you not playing a carol today? No, I haven't got a keyboard up here. That's down at our Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. Not up here. The one here is downstairs, and that's heavy because it's all like weighted keys and all that. All right, must disappear. Got to get down to the shops. Thanks ever so much. I might try and get my bike today. Is that wise? Is it wise to try and cycle with this foot? I mean, I can just about walk on it. It might be when I get on the bike that that pushing, using those particular muscles doesn't affect the foot at all. I've had that before. You know, when you're having trouble. I remember when I had a bad back, right? I could barely walk, but I could cycle fine. Funny, isn't it? Oh, Rachel's getting a keyboard. What one are you getting, Rachel? Dying to know. What keyboard you getting? Thank you, Tony. Don't forget to join my brother-in-law, is it Retro Hacks? What are you on now? Is it Retro Restore or Retro Hacks? I think you're on Retro Restore. I'll wait a minute so you can put up your name. Where can they watch your show tonight, Martin and Sharon? At 4 o'clock UK time. All right. Let us know what time you're on, if you're still there, that is. We're waiting for that piece of information. Thanks very much. If I'm not, will I be with you tomorrow at all? I don't know. I'm not sure whether I'll be here or not tomorrow. Might be in the morning, might be at night, might not be at all. It's just busy. I've got a busy few days coming up now, gang. All right, so keep your fingers crossed. I've got my fingers crossed because I don't like it when I don't turn up and do stuff. You know. Horrifies me to think that I might have to just sit here talking to myself for an hour or so. I think Martin must have gone there. Okay. Jason's just out in the garden now for a bit of sunbathing in the nude. Oh, I feel quite physically sick now. Excuse me, I've got to go and be sick. Goodbye. Ah, there we go. Quickly. Retro Restore. Okay, that's where your show is tonight or this afternoon. Retro Restore at 4 o'clock is the time for the show this afternoon. That's the Retro Restore channel on YouTube. Just type it in and you'll find it on there. Have a lovely Saturday afternoon, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheerio now.